And if you lose these minerals, this is what happens. Demineralization, and forget about regeneration. Remember, my little light bulb, no minerals, no power, no power. Your cells can't reholograph themselves. And if your cells don't have at least 70 minus millivolts, they can't make holographic doubles. It's like a Xerox machine getting dirtier each time it passes another copy. That's what age is. It's a bad copy, or a copy that's not perfect to the last one. And what is it? It's a loss of electrical value. There's a doctor back in the middle of the century. His name was Dr. Robert Becker. Anybody heard of him? You should read his book. It's not really printed anymore. It's called The Body Electric. Anybody ever heard of that? Very high-level book. Do you have that book? Excellent book for you to see if you can get. Body Electric. And you're going to see how you can grow fingers back, you can grow legs back, you can grow arms back. And it's not because you're so smart, it's because the body has an electrical value, and each cell is the same cell that differentiates into a new purpose by the electrical program or the architectural design by the electrical pattern that tells the cell what to do. So, Richard, right? Are you Richard? I see Richard on your shirt. Is your name Richard? No. Oh, you're just borrowing the jacket. Okay. So let's say Richard, you're wearing his jacket. Your heart is a cardiac muscle. You have skeletal muscle. You have striated muscle or cells. What makes the cell turn into a different cell if all the cells are the same? It's a question to ask. Who runs the show? The electrical body. The electrical body is a blueprint. And once you lose your power, once you lose that light bulb, your body can't regenerate. It can't make copies. So this is what I'm just trying to get in your brain. If you don't have minerals in your body, and you're not really understanding some of these things, then forget it. Quit wasting your time trying to regenerate. Quit wasting your time trying to get healthy, because it is a waste of time. And I don't like people to waste their time. That's why I'm here. Really to show you, I'm just a student, like I said, and I'm only showing you a line of efficacy. And this efficacy can only be learned on your side by experimenting with its truth. And I know, Brian, you know, Julia, you know, Sylvia, you know that if you change your diet system and you have turbulence, it's because you're not doing it right. This is a terrain modification. And we know if you actually terrain modify yourself, can you go back to the way you used to be? There's no way. Julie, can you go back? And if you really look back, there's no judgment here. Everyone does what they want to do. I can look back at myself and say, whoa, I've lost 35 pounds of baggage. Okay, inside me, and I still, I mean, I'm still pretty lean. Okay, skin's pretty. Okay, so I lost 30. Take my clothes off here now. So I've lost like 35 pounds of baggage by changing my profile. I sleep grounded at night. Do you have grounding blankets? No. Yeah, I do. Very smart to ground yourself. I wear crystal. Why? Because it gets rid of a lot of my karma. I'm trying to clean myself daily. It's like press reset every day instead of build and accumulate. I wear a meteorite, and you can get them all you want for free. I don't want to hear it, can't afford it. Whoops. Here, I got too many clothes on in here, but there's a meteorite I wear under here, and it's, I got too many magnets here. But you can see, this thing pulls from the side. Now, this is same. Magnetic rock. You get a voltmeter. Why would you want to sleep with a rock like this? Because this rock loves you. It gives you power. It gives you trickle charge, like putting a trickle charge battery charger on your car. Now, I had somebody at the break ask me a question. Mixed validity. And I sometimes try to really, if there's mechanics here in the audience, you really understand this, but everybody that owns a car has a battery in their car, right? Your battery is made out of acid, isn't it? It's made out of sulfuric acid, battery acid. And if you put tap water in your battery, they always say never use tap water, because tap water is alkaline, somewhat, like 7.5. And you'll dilute the acid and your battery will die because it won't be able to hold charge. Okay, now let's switch over. Everything's a harmonic. We are a DC current battery, and our battery is the alkaline top battery. It's the Duracell battery. You ever heard of the copper top battery? Copper and zinc, alkaline and acid together makes energy, doesn't it? Vinegar and baking soda make reactions. So, see, without getting confused, all you're really trying to do is be more of a magnet. And the only reason why you'd want to become more of a magnet, because I wanted to just brush together with the solar system stuff. The sun is commanding all of us to become more magnetic. Our DNA, there's a guy named Drumvalo Melchizedek. You ever heard of him? Okay, Robin has, you have, sure. Okay. He writes lots of books. He's sort of like a mystic, he wrote this book here called The Flower of Life. Excellent book for you to get, Secret Flower of Life 1 and 2. And about 10 years ago, he was saying as our sun gets more power, I couldn't get this a long time ago, you know, because we're all waking up a little bit at a time, and it takes a while for you to be able to see the cosmic stuff. As our sun gets more power, as it is, it's 400 times brighter than it ever has been. Do you think that possibly the chemtrails is to possibly block out some of the photonic light to the planet? Huh? Shade cloth the planet? Maybe? Slow it down from doing its duty of transmuting itself to a higher tune? Okay? The planet is reaching its 13-cycle stargate. You'll see on the dollar bill. Anybody got a dollar bill? You pull it out. And what does it have? It has a pyramid on there. And if you count the pyramid stairs, you'll see it has 13 stairs. 13 stairs on a pyramid with this all-seeing eye at the top, right? And you see this bird. It's standing there and it's holding 13 arrows, 13 leaves, and 13 stars over its head. What the heck is this 13? 0, 0, 1, 1, or 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. You get these numbers by adding the last two numbers up to get the next one. It's called Fibonacci. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. We're going to the 13th stargate right now. This is the next level of planetary ascension. And we, at this time, ascend or incend with the planet, or we leave it. One of the two. You either grow with it, as a lot of people right now are not growing with it. Remember, it's the red pill or the blue pill. Everybody in here has to make a choice. You either don't care, it's okay. Don't worry, you'll come back and get another body. Remember, it's a game. How many bodies do you think you have? Had. I mean, how did you get one? It is a sort of a weird game, isn't it? You just woke up one day and you popped out of mama, they named you a certain name, and now it's time to be able to see if you can get back your memory. If not, you come back again, you don't know how to do anything, and you start out with a zero blanked memory. The mind only knows what it knows, teach it what it doesn't know, and it's got a lot of problems. Now, dentals, heavy metals, cellular phones to the head. Again, conductivity is everything here. You can see how this is very simple, but then again, it's a fractalized system. You want to get healthy? Sun, exercise. Trim this stuff down. It's a creature. It lives in acid. And acid demineralizes you. The dentals makes you so all the stuff that you're trying to do is sort of like a race for nothing. Because the nervous system has to be rebuilt. And if methyl mercury is in there, the nervous system won't rebuild. So when we get on this side, all of this stuff makes an electrical magnetic field. And if you got a low electromagnetic field, you got parasites. Yes, you do. And oxygen, that's why we have a lot of these oxygen supplying things you'd put in your water to supply your body with a little more oxygen so you can slowly bend your oxygen level up. So you can slowly change your level of nutrition. These are all greens, blue-green algae, chlorella, spirulina. These are the magical greens. Magical. You want to get healthy? You eat green. Now, lymph system. Has anybody heard of the lymph system before? Does the lymph system have more fluid than the blood system, or does the blood system have more fluid than the lymph system? Okay. Got some that was right, but how much more is it? Is it 1 time as much as the blood? Blood's about 5 liters. Is it 2 times as much? Or is it up to almost 3 times as much fluid as the blood? So let's just say it's like 2 to 3 times, twice as much to 3 times as much. Wouldn't you think, and I went to a lot of medical school, a lot of schooling, they don't teach you about the lymph. And in fact, the one who was teaching us about the lymph system and the toxicology system, they were the doctors and they were toxic themselves. So how could they teach us anything about the lymph system or the toxicity system? The lymph system is the most important thing for you to clean up. This is where all the creatures live. These are where the badass creatures live. Black mold. So how do you get rid of these things? You don't. Unless you open up the system so it can get flow. Part of the flow is oxygen, part of the flow is water, part of the flow is food. This is a definition out of Wikipedia, a state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings. Consciousness? Wait a minute. Let's go to the next one there. And then what we do now is understand that just because you think you're living in an oxygenated area, go to Hawaii and notice the people. Why do they look so unhealthy there? They're living in a place that's got beautiful oxygen, all this fresh air and all this stuff. Why do a lot of people over there not look so healthy? Because the acid from the volcano is kicking their rear end. Sulfuric acid. How about if you live in the city? You don't live on the big island of Hawaii, you live in Hawaii, but you live in Los Angeles. How about that sulfuric acid? Low sulfur in your car is because sulfur mixes with acid and makes sulfuric acid, and if you breathe it, oh my gosh, does it work you? Body gets stiff with sulfuric acid. All see, the #1 disease again is dehydration. And this is what you get in your brain: brain sand, kidney stones, gallstones, your muscles hurt. It's because you got myofasciitis, or this stuff called, what do they call the muscles that get sore? Fibromyalgia. What do you think it is? Crystals. So you can see this is very simple. And once you get it, because people say, what do I do? You got to get it first. Once you get it, then you get it. Then you'll do it. If not, just pushing you down the road again, and all of a sudden next week you just go back to the way you were because you didn't get it. Let's go to the next one there. Sun versus no sun. Hey, it's pretty cool to wear the sunglasses, isn't it? And if you wear sunglasses, all you have to do is buy an ECG, electrocardiogram, excuse me, an EEG, electroencephalogram. This checks the brain waves. Okay? Electrocardiogram checks the electrical system here. But there is a reason why you would not want to wear sunglasses. What would it be? You're building, what's that? One of the big reasons, you bet. That's an advanced reason. What would be a very simple reason why you wouldn't want to wear glasses? Because 50% of the people over 40 years old have black mold in their intestinal tract, and that's not good.